Did you know the first cameras were so slow that if you blinked your photo would be ruined? Oh, the horror of a blinking epidemic. Now let's take a step back in time, to the humble beginnings of the camera. Our story starts with the camera obscura, a simple yet ingenious device that dates back to ancient times. But it wasn't until the 1800s that we saw the birth of the first photographic camera. This was a time when sitting for a portrait meant sitting still for hours on end. Can you imagine? It must have been a nightmare for the fidgety folks among us. From the simple pinhole to the complex contraptions of the Victorian era, the camera's journey is one of constant evolution and innovation. It's hard to believe that these early devices are the ancestors of the slick, high-speed cameras we use today. Imagine having to tell your toddler to sit still for 8 hours for a picture. Talk about a parenting challenge. Fast forward to the 20th century, and cameras started losing weight faster than a Hollywood star preparing for a superhero role. The evolution of cameras is a fascinating journey. It's like watching a chrysalis transform into a butterfly. But instead of wings, we got lenses and shutters. Once upon a time, cameras were these monolithic contraptions that were about as portable as a grand piano. But as the years rolled by, they began to slim down, shedding pounds like they were going out of style. Then came the Polaroid, the world's first instant camera. It was a game changer. No longer did you have to spend hours in a darkroom, developing photos and inhaling chemicals. With a Polaroid, you could snap a picture and have it in your hands faster than you can say cheese. But here's the fun part. People thought that by waving the photos around they could dry them quicker. It's like they were making a photographic magic spell. Wave it to the left, wave it to the right, and voila, your photo is ready. This led to some hilarious incidents, with folks flapping their arms around like they were trying to take flight. The Polaroid might have been instant, but patience, as they say, is still a virtue. And so, the wave and wait became the new dance move of the 60s. It was a groovy time to be alive, and the world of photography was no exception. Then came the digital era, where cameras got so smart they started deciding when we should smile. Cheese. The late 20th century was a time of tremendous upheaval in the world of photography. Film was out and pixels were in. Suddenly we could take hundreds, even thousands of pictures without worrying about running out of film. Not to mention, we could see our shots instantly, no darkroom needed. And then, smartphones entered the scene. These pocket-sized powerhouses had cameras built right in, making photography more accessible than ever. With the rise of these devices, we saw the birth of a new phenomenon, the selfie. It seemed like overnight, everyone developed an insatiable desire to document every moment of their lives, right down to their lunch. And speaking of lunch, have you noticed how every meal has suddenly become a mini photo shoot? It's like we can't even enjoy a sandwich without first capturing its good side. Who knew your lunch needed its own photo shoot? So, what's next in the camera world? Cameras that predict your future? Perhaps. Imagine a camera with built-in artificial intelligence that knows when to click, capturing your yawn just as it morphs into a laugh. Or how about cameras with instant filters? Click a button and poof, you're 10 years younger. Or maybe an instant six-pack filter for those beach vacation photos. The future of clicks is as unpredictable as it is exciting. I mean, who wouldn't want a camera that makes your morning bedhead look like a Hollywood hairstyle?